Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dell City High School for the Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Tonight, the Dell City Eagles play host to the Booker T. Washington Hornets. And hi again, everybody. I'm Steve Marshall. Deon Amate is alongside, and we are excited to be bringing you all the action here tonight from Dell City. And Deon, we got quite a matchup, number 2 and number 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one, especially for our first one of the season, Steve. You're in for a treat, guys. I feel like I say this every week. Excuse me, every year.
Every year.
The biggest jump in performance happens from week 1 to week 2. So look for these guys to improve in a major way, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
All right, let's take a look now at some of the players to watch for this evening. First off, we start off with the folks from Booker T. Washington, and they've got a big defensive end named Jeremiah Perry, 6'4", 220.
Steve, watch this guy come off the edge. The defensive end from Booker T gets it done in multiple ways. He has a host of teammates on the defensive line that take care of him and eat up blocks, but they let number 21 get off the edge and do work. Watch out.
All right, and then number 1 for Dell City is Rickland Holmes. He gets it done on both sides of the ball.
He certainly does. I feel like we've been calling Rickland Holmes games for a decade now. I mean, he's been a 4-year starter for this Eagles bunch, and he does it, like you said, on both sides of the football, and they count on him desperately. They're going to need him big time in the running game, and at linebacker, watch out, he's a monster.
All right, we're going to take an opening timeout and come back, get ready for the kickoff here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Stay with us, everybody.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Welcome back to Robert Kalsu Stadium here at Dell City. Keys to the game tonight brought to you by Oklahoma Operation Lifesaver. Together, we can save lives at railroad crossings and on tracks. Look them up at www.oli.org. And as we go on, we've got standings tonight, also brought to you by Oklahoma Baptist Home for Children. Visit www.obhc.org for more information for that. And tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Ortho Central. Don't let an injury make you miss a single play. Call the experts at Ortho Central. Tonight's play of the game. Open billboards for tonight, the Ford Game of the Week on Your View, sponsored by Oklahoma Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And the Brooks Clinic offers walk-in appointments with no out-of-pocket cost. Our multi-specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City auto injury experts. Call 405-943-0303. We're all set to kick off. Del City won the flip. They deferred, and so they'll kick it away to Booker T. Washington. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Receivers deep for the Hornets, and the ball blows off the tee. A little bit of a change in the weather, Mr. Dion.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, outside, this is not what we're accustomed to in that first couple of weeks in the season. I mean, the forecast has it right now 66 degrees. So, especially the wind picking up, feels even colder.
The deep man is number 6, Damian Compton. He's going to bring it out, and he's going to get stopped inside the 15-yard line. Great coverage by the Eagles. So they'll be starting from deep inside their own territory.
Excellent way to start off the game for Del City, especially on that defensive side of things, pinning them inside the 20.
Hornets start the game first and 10.
The Hornets on offense will look this way. Their quarterback tonight will be Levi Brooks. He's a senior. The big guys up front, Josh Sutton is at the left tackle. Jaden Burns will fill in at left guard tonight. The center is Philip Loholt. And we've got a first and 10. Line of scrimmage marked at the 12-yard line. Hand off, running back. Going to fight. Probably didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play. And that's the way we start things here tonight at Del City.
Interesting call by the defense to open up this game. Just a simple run blitz. You can see the linebackers crashing all those gaps up front. Nowhere to run really for Booker T. And that's almost lost a couple of yards there on first down.
Been spotted at the 10, so it is 2nd and 12. Talk about the things that Booker T. Washington wanted to do in this week's contest. Keep the energy up and have to execute better on offense. And the first couple of plays, Del City is having none of it. And another loss on the play. Let's see where they spot him. It's like they're going to spot him about the 8-yard line, so another loss of 2 yards on the play.
This is what you can expect from this Del City defense. They're aggressive, and they're gonna try to run a lot of man-to-man defense and load the box and really force, Booker T to kind of make some decisions and make a couple of mistakes early in this ball game.
Eagles have 8 new players on defense this year. 11-2 last year. Hornets dropping back to throw on 3rd and 14. Passes broken up. No flags, and so it's going to be 3 and out for the Hornets. They'll have to punt from probably inside their own end zone.
You have to give it up for the Booker T. Washington Hornets offensive line right there on that 3rd and long. They did a good job of holding up on the blitz. You saw that blitz coming from that left side. They pick it up, but still not enough time for the quarterback to complete that ball. Now they're forced to punt in their own end zone.
A couple of guys back deep for Del City. Nicholas Holmes and Caleb Blackwolf. On the punt.
Punt goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Great field position for the Eagles.
Definitely great field position to open up this game with Eagles. Got to commend that defense, doing a good job. First on kickoff, running down the field, getting those guys pinned inside those 20-yard lines, and then coming up with a 3 and out rather quickly. Now excellent field position for their offense.
The quarterback is Davion Simmons. He's a junior. He'll run the offense for tonight. Handoff straight ahead to the fullback, and that's going to get stopped for a loss on the play. Good job by the Hornets defense.
And those are our 2 players to watch early in the game, having a big play.
Take a look at the starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Ortho Central. Don't let an injury make you miss a single play. Call the experts at Ortho Central. And the starting lineups for the offense for Del City. Left tackle is Mark Bowles. He's just a freshman. Arnico Daniels, number 54, is the left guard. The center is number 56, Richard Groberg. He's a sophomore. Right guard is number 55, Arion Daniels, a senior. And the right tackle is number 67, Anthony Mashit. He is a sophomore. The quarterback, we told you, is Davion Simmons. Running back is Caleb Blackwolf and Rickland Holmes. He's the one to watch, number 1 for Del City. Josiah Chester is one of the wide receivers. He's a junior, number 2. Number 4 is Walter Franklin, a junior. Number 3 is Quincy Hill. He, too, is a junior. And number 21 is Jamari Johnson. He is just a sophomore. And we still have a player down
Tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Davis
for Del City.
a certified repair facility trusted by Davis.
So take a look at the defense for Booker T. Washington. Tayden Tolles is the defensive end, number 55. Nose guard is number 52, Chase Robinson. At tackle is Dwayne Jones, Jr., number 13. Also number 21, one of the players to watch, Jeremiah Perry. He's a senior, number 21. And number 26, linebacker, is Andy Campanell. He is a senior as well. Working on getting the young man to his feet as we continue with the starting lineups. Boone Garrett Spring is a middle backer. He is senior. Anthony Chaplin, number 9, is a senior also. At the corner positions, Kenyon Farley is a senior, number 1. Number 10 is Tyler Phillips. He's also a senior. Number 19 at safety is Tyrone Taylor. He's a junior. And the other safety is Davion Durham, a senior. He wears number 5. And coming off very slowly, the injured player is number 51
When play resumes, it will be
for
second
Del
down
City.
and 11.
Nope, sorry,
Ball on the 34-yard line.
56 is Richard Roberg. He is the center.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because when I talked to Coach Jones before the game, he talked about having a young offensive line and how they had to face a pretty tough defense last week in Edmond Memorial and them kind of giving them a rough, rude awakening to varsity football. And he wants to see how they bounce back in this contest. It's going to be interesting to see how they perform going forward.
So Roberg, one of the sophomores on the offensive line. There's a mishandled play, and that's going to be a big loss on the play. So nothing going offensively so far for either ball club.
So I'm guessing the refs said that was a backwards pass because it got batted down at the line of scrimmage, touched the ground, and they still allowed it to be a live ball. But it looks like the white hat is walking the ball up, and now he will say an incomplete pass was the call. And so they'll move that ball. That's a big break for Del City because they lost a good chunk of yards on that play and almost lost that good field position that they were given by their defense.
And that's kind of what we thought, though, when you saw the play, live and in person, as we are doing here this evening. So 3rd and 10 now to play. Running with the football and getting inside the 30-yard line down to about the 27. Did he come loose?
It seemed like the Booker T. Washington Hornets sideline was cheering like it did come loose, and if it did, it looks like a Del City Eagle was able to hop on top of it and save the turnover, but it will be 4th down for the Eagles.
4th down and 5 upcoming.
4th and 5 is the call here for the Hornets, for the Eagles rather. In scoring position. Not going to try the 44-yard field goal. They'll go for it. Calling it 4th and 5. Empty backfield. Pass over the middle is complete. Inside the 15. That's going to be enough for the 1st down.
Big time play on 4th down for the young quarterback. It looks like he completes that ball to Quincy Hill in the middle of the defense. You can see they continue to motion that back, Rickland Holmes out of the backfield, trying to get him isolated on a linebacker. But this time they kind of motion him out get a linebacker out of the middle of the field, and then they attack it with that post route, and Quincy Hill gets a big-time first down for the Eagles.
So they can still get a first down without getting a touchdown. Holmes gets the carry, bounces off the pack, and he's going to go into the end zone and score. Rickland Holmes. That's why he's one of your players to watch.
And not only does he score, but he gets a big-time block by his quarterback on the edge there to spring him loose and get him into the end zone. Great job, great physical performance by guess who? The quarterback.
Great job for the Eagles. They get into the end zone, take the early 6-0 lead with the extra point to come.
Number 7, Jordan Ely with the extra point attempt.
Jordan Ely on for the extra point attempt. He knocks it through the uprights. It's up and good. And the Eagles draw first blood here as they go on top 7-0. We'll be right back.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Attention! A popular weed killer has been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Gardeners, farm workers, landscapers, and anyone heavily exposed to this weed killer may be at risk of developing cancer. If you or a loved one were exposed to weed killer and diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call Sokolov Law now at 800-584-7614 for a free legal consultation. 800-584-7614. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
Welcome back, everybody, to Del City. The Eagles drawing the first score of the ball game as they get a 12-yard run from Rickland Holmes. Ely with the point after, and the Eagles go on top, 7-0.
And all that happened because of that big fourth down conversion by Quincy Hill for the Del City Eagles. Just a great job of going up and catching a big-time catch in the middle of the field on that post route. And then one play later, your boy Holmes goes in for the score after running into that line, seeing no daylight, and deciding to bounce it outside and getting a big block from his quarterback to kind of spring him loose. That was a great first drive for the Eagles. Let's see what they can do here on defense.
The ensuing kickoff is going to be taken at the 3-yard line, fumbled into the end zone. That's an automatic touchback, and that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. You know, the touchdown run by Holmes, I mean, he ran into the pack, and I don't think anybody ever touched him after that.
Yeah, and it was a great job by Booker T. Washington's defensive line. We talked about their line in the open, how good they were, how stout they were. There's not going to be a lot of daylight in there. They're going to have to attack the perimeter. And when Holmes saw nothing, he bounces it to the outside. Nobody keeps contained, and Simmons, the quarterback, gets a big block, and they go into the end zone untouched.
All right, so now the Hornets have to see what they can do with the ball offensively. They'll come out for their third possession. First two have not produced very much on the offensive end.
Under center, number 3, Michael Washington.
Roll out to the right side. Pass is going to be a little too high and too far. Incomplete. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
With all the pressure that Del City's defense was getting on that first drive, they open up this series offensively for Booker T with a sprint out pass to kind of get that quarterback out of the pocket, allow him some more time to get the ball down the field. But that pass a little off target, and now they got 2nd and 10.
Trips to the right side this time. Quarterback looks that way, throws that way. Pass is complete. It's going to be a short game of about 2. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
That time, just a nice tackle by the corner on the outside. Nicholas Holmes, number 7. nice little screen bubble pass to the outside, and that's something that you're going to see a lot of in this game from the Hornets. Get their athletes to the outside and try to utilize some of that field. But things that you need to know, Del City's got some athletes on the outside as well. Some guys like Nicholas Holmes.
Levi Brooks, the quarterback. Snaps for the ball. Pocket collapses. He's in trouble, and he's going down. All the way back at the 15-yard line. Going to be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 15 and another punting situation for the Hornets.
And nice play by number 12, King, the junior defensive end. Does a great job of staying home, defeating his block, and then just giving the quarterback nowhere to step up in the pocket to make the throw, and then he puts the quarterback on the ground, forcing a 4th down. And it's going to be another 3 and out for the Hornets.
Punting situation. Another short kick. Takes a Booker T. Washington bounce and rolls out to the 41-yard line. But Del City, once again, with great field position to start the drive. 6:13 left to go here in this first quarter of play. Eagles on top, leading at 7-0.
I'll tell you one thing, Steve. I know who's winning the field position battle early in this first quarter. The Eagles have put themselves in prime location on multiple situations now. Let's see if they can capitalize and put another score on the board with this attempt.
Davion Simmons is your quarterback. Rickland Holmes, number 1, is the tailback. Trips to the right side for the Eagles as they break the huddle. From the shotgun. Handoff, Holmes bouncing up the middle. Fighting forward. He'll get about 5 on the carry.
That's all you ask for. You get that running back the ball, all you ask for is 4 yards. It's 4 times 3, Steve.
Get your first down.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For all you math nerds out there, yes, we know it's 12. Okay? don't be yelling at us at the TV.
Going out wide to the left side for Booker T. Washington, Caleb Barnes, number 4. Running play to the right side. Looking for some running room. Number 5 is Caleb Blackwolf with the carry.
And that's something I thought we would see a lot of in this game, Steve. You're going to see a lot of that wildcat quarterback formation where we just, because of the number of athletes that Del City has on their side, and because they're starting their backup quarterback because the starter's out for the first couple of games, you're going to try to see them offensively utilize those athletes and just get the ball in their hands some kind of way. The quickest way to do it, put him at quarterback and say, here, take it and run left, take it and run right. And that's exactly what you saw Blackwolf do right there.
Simmons once again in the gun, and a flag comes out. It's also Washington pointing at the Del City offensive line saying somebody moved up front. So a false start penalty called against. The call here is that they send a man in motion. Hand off, give it to Holmes. Lots of running room. And he gets a good chunk of that back. 5 and then some.
Just a nice play design right there. They run right to the blitz. You can see Booker T. Washington sending a couple of DBs and linebackers off that left edge. And Holmes just does a good job of eluding the pressure and getting up the field and getting a good chunk of yards for the Eagles offense.
Head Coach Jones' 5th year at Del City. Running play to the left side. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. Side judge says bring those markers down a little bit, about 10 yards or so.
And that's just a good job by the defensive back out there. Taylor, number 19, does a good job of getting off the block and and putting the ball carrier on the ground, but not before he can pick up that first down for the Eagles.
Josiah Chester, number 2, junior wide receiver, getting the necessary yards for the first down. And Del City once again knocking on the door. Play clock is down to 2. They're like, no, I don't think they got it off in time. Timeout was called. So a timeout on the field with 3:30 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Our score has Del City on top of Booker T. Washington. They're leading it by a score of 7-0. We'll take a timeout. Be right back with more.
Take a dash of regular guy.
I'm torn.
And a tablespoon of creativity.
It will make you a star in your home with your friends and family.
Add a splash of effort and a lot of fun.
I love tailgate day. Look how beautiful that is.
And you have a recipe for inspiring meals.
You can pull off things that are pretty good by cheating a little bit. So good, so good. Sam the Cooking Guy. We're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta watch.
Sam the Cooking Guy, only on Your View.
Welcome back, everybody, as we return to action. Running play to the right side is going to pick up some good yardage, enough for a first down, and make it 1st and goal for the Eagles. Somebody mentioned last year, Del City, looking as good as they are right now, lost their opening game 35-0 to Edmond Memorial. And a person who was here, Del City official, said just like last year, they got beat up in the first game and then went on and went all the way to the finals or semifinals last year. They have been right there the last 2 years, but District School Carl Albert has been in the way the last couple of years.
Yeah, trust me, they haven't moved. They're still in that way. They don't have the host of, they're still talented. Don't get me wrong. But, last year, I believe they had like 4 dudes going to schools in this state alone with OU and Oklahoma State. So they're still talented, but not as super talented as they were in the past.
2nd and goal from the 2, running and getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And they increase their lead now to 13-0 with the extra point to come.
Yeah, it looks like it's Caleb Blackwolf, the one who's able to get inside the end zone for the Del City Eagles. And that one's just pure muscle, baby. Pull power football, put your head down, give me the ball, and get out of my way. And the Eagles make it 14-0 if they knock through this extra point.
Extra point attempt to come. Jordan Neely is your kicker. Extra point attempt on the way. Nice snap. Hold is there, and the kick is up and good. So the Eagles get another touchdown. They're making it look easy so far here in the early going. At the 2:16 mark of quarter number 1, it's Del City on top, leading it by a score of 14-0.
Very impressed with Del City early in this contest on both sides of the football. It's the defense helping the offense helping the defense by putting points on the board. There's some corrections that need to be made on that Booker T. Washington sideline, and they got to get it done rather quickly. They're taking advantage offensively, Del City, of the perimeter of that defense. You got to keep contained. You got to stay on the outside. You got to make sure you bottle them up right now, because they're just doing what they want on the perimeter with these jet sweeps and these stretch plays with Holmes to the outside. So, and Black Wolf is getting into the action as you see him score that touchdown right then and there. Offensively for Booker T, they got to find something to make it work.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried, running the ball early in this game, and they haven't had any success. Passing the ball, they tried that stretch pass, the sprint out pass, to kind of get their quarterback some room and out of the pocket. That didn't work. I mean, you got to find something to hang your hat on early in this game to give your offense some confidence.
Line drive kick. That's going to go into the end zone and through. And that means they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. With 2:16 left to go here in this first quarter of play, 14-0 is our score. Eagles on top of the Hornets. Should mention that Booker T won their game last week as they beat Muskogee 21-14. And they're looking for something offensively, if nothing else, to keep Del City off the field right now, because the Eagles have been able to go down the last 2 times they had the football to get into the end zone. See what the Hornets want to come up with here on this possession. Once again, their quarterback is Levi Brooks. Throws over the middle. Oh, fight for the football. He had it, but incomplete. That was a good defensive play there by number 9 for Booker T. Washington. That's Caden Johnson. He was able to break it up, and now one of the Hornets is down on the play.
Yeah, and I thought the wide receiver was going to come down with that pass. It looked like he had it in his arms. It looks like it's Compton, number 6, who was the intended wide receiver. It looked like he was going to make a good grab, but just at the last second, Johnson, number 9, is able to dislodge the ball from him, and he is still on the turf right now. They're trying to help him out, assess the injury. But he is on his feet, so that's good news. Hopefully he's able to come back into this game.
We saw a Del City player go off earlier. And as you said, Compton here, number 6, is not going off very easily. So, as he makes his way to the sidelines, now the Hornets will be looking at a 2nd down and 10. Spot the ball right at the 20-yard line. Eagles in their black jerseys with those red numerals standing out. And we've got some motion up front, either drawn offside or jumping offside. See what the call is. It's going to be offsides against the Eagles. And that'll cut it down to now a 2nd down and 5.
Hey, we said we had to find something that works. I mean, getting the defense to jump offside,
Sure.
that could be a positive thing. That's working.
See what they do here on 2nd and 5 now. Quick toss to the right side is caught near the 1st down marker, maybe just a little short. And they're going to spot it pretty favorably.
They're going to give that forward progress. Yeah. It's going to be enough for the 1st down for the Hornets. That'll be their first down of the game. And you can see they're utilizing that quick pass, just a quick hitch route to the outside. Get the ball out there to Fairley. And he goes up, climbs the ladder, and brings that one down.
Brooks dropping the throw. Run up the middle. That's not going to go anywhere. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage is where they're going to mark it. Carried by Michael Washington. That offensive line not able to move that Del City front.
At this point, Booker T is just running the ball just to keep the defense honest, because they have not had any success with it. Again, no gain on the run.
So what are they going to dial up here now? On 2nd and 10. Quick drop, has protection, going to throw the little timing pattern down the side. Any flags? Yes, we do have flags.
Yeah, and you can see, as a former defensive back, I know what that penalty bag looks like all too well. And right there.
No, you got called for penalties?
I mean, I didn't cause the penalties in my opinion, but they threw the flag. Okay,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can't do that. That's one of the no-nos. You can't face guard. You got when you're running with a player and the ball's coming in your vicinity, throwing your hands up and just blocking his view of the pass is going to draw a flag every time. You got to look back, play the football, and try to make an attempt at the ball on a defensive level.
Late substitute checks in for the Hornets. Not sure where to go, and all kinds of motion going on there. Illegal procedure. It was 1st and 10 from their own 45. Now it's going to be 1st and 15. And they'll be working from their own 40-yard line now. Still trying to get into Del City territory.
And this is the thing that you have to watch out for. Hey, Steve, this Booker T. Washington offense has had some success early in this series. And one of the things that's a drive killer, penalties. So let's see on 1st down if that additional 5 yards kills this drive or not.
Motion to the right side, looking that way, throwing that way, but incomplete. A little too tall there, intended for Kenyon Farley. Stops the clock with 55 seconds left to go here in this first quarter play.
And honestly, I think that was a smart move by Brooks. It kind of shows his maturity at that position. There was nothing happening in that vicinity. There was nobody open. There was nobody breaking free. The pressure was bearing down on him. He just decides to chunk that one and live to play another down. And I'm not mad at that.
Now 2nd and 15. Wide open on the right side. Needs a good one-on-one move. He'll get about 5 yards on the reception. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. Hornets trying to put together something on this drive.
And that's an excellent open field tackle by number 22, Gunter, on the outside. A lot of people think that's an easy tackle to make, and being in the open field, mano-a-mano with the running back, and being able to perform a solo tackle in that position, that's a phenomenal move for an athlete.
3rd and 12 officially. Quarterback with a long count, takes the snap, drops the throw, fires right side, got a receiver complete. He's going to be a little shy of the 1st down yardage, which will leave 4th and maybe 1, and certainly 4-down territory.
And that was a good job, good execution. But in that situation, the wide receiver has to know where the chains are. He has to know where the 1st down is. So when you come back to that football, you can come back to where the sticks are and get that 1st down. Now you're facing a 4th and 1. And let's see what they do here, especially with them not being able to run the ball successfully early in this game thus far.
See what they call here, trying to draw them off sides, it looks like. Play clock goes down, and a timeout is called. And the first quarter has come to a close. So after 1 quarter of play here in Del City, the Eagles have the best of it to this point. They're on top, leading it 14-0, and they'll have a 4th and 1 when we come back after this timeout. Stay with us.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
Call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
4th and 2 for the Hornets as we start play here in the second quarter. Oh, and they missed the snap altogether. Don't think he was looking for it. Recovers it, but it's going to be a huge loss, and then he fumbles again. Now who's got it? Doesn't much matter, does it?
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Booker T. They find themselves on a 4th and 1. You can see they motion the quarterback out, and they're going to do a wildcat snap to the running back. And because it's the running back in that place, that snap is kind of low. He can't secure the football, and then when he does, he fumbles it when Del City's running to the football. They make a great play. It's a big-time turnover, and they put themselves offensively once again in great field position.
Wow. Eagles will get the ball right at the 30-yard line. Now they're going to spot it at the 33, actually. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles, already leading 14-0, and that was the first play of the second quarter. Was not a good quarter for Booker T in the first stanza of the contest, and it starts off even worse. Handoff to Holmes, and he's going nowhere. Good job defensively, going to lose 2 yards on the play.
Man, he had nowhere to go on that play. It seemed like 4 or 5 Hornets were in the backfield by the time he got that ball in his hand. Great job defensively. And here's the thing. This is a sudden change situation. They talk about this all the time in football. Sudden change situation. When you're on defense, you're on the sideline, all of a sudden you hear turnover, defense on the field. Everybody has to run out there. How do you handle this adversity? How do you handle this challenge? Right there, a great start to the drive. Let's see if the Hornets can get off the field here and give their offense another shot.
2nd and 12, trips to the right side, top of your screen for Del City. Drops the throw, pass complete. Tries to make a move and gonna maybe get a yard. See where they spot it, however.
Look at those Hornets swarm, Steve. Look at them swarm. That's a great job of a gang tackle. Everybody pursuing the football, not just letting your teammate make it by himself. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the ball carrier. Great job. Now forcing a 3rd and long for these Eagles. Let's see what they draw up here.
Turns out to be really no gain in the play. So 3rd down and 11. See what the Eagles come up with here in the 3rd and 11 situation. Inside Hornet territory, looking to throw downfield, pass complete. And complete there to number 4.
And that's a great job by the young quarterback Simmons. Right there you saw cover 2 defense for the Hornets. Everybody's safeties bailing back, trying to get that deep route, taken care of. So he looks, the weak part of that cover 2 is the middle deep field or the seams. He hits the seams and it makes it a manageable 4th down. Let's see what they do here because it looks like they're going for it.
Reception made by Walter Franklin on the previous play. Quarterback keeper right side got first down yardage. And going to get down to about the 20-yard line. And Del City is able to just keep it going.
I'm starting to figure out what they put number 5 on the field for. Number 5, Caleb Blackwolf. If it's short yardage, you need a big bruiser, you need 1 yard, number 5 going to go get it for you.
Running play this time, straight ahead, not much there. Looks like he might have moved the pile a yard, if that.
Yeah, another wildcat quarterback situation. This time they decide to give the ball, but the quarterback, Simmons, is coming back into the game, number 18. So look for them to switch up things here offensively.
So a gain of 1 on the play. Give it to him. 2nd down and 9, right at the 20-yard line. Del City looking to go up by 3 scores. Empty backfield now. Quarterback takes it. Blitz comes from the far side, and he gets nailed. Drops the football, and recovered by the Hornets.
Oh, mama. That was a hit.
Yes, it was.
Goodness gracious. let me know who you are. Farley coming off the edge with a full head of steam, and he shows you exactly why he's committed to the University of Tulsa. That's a hurricane coming off that edge.
Nobody blocked him.
You got to account for number one.
Yeah, really.
He's the first one on the roster. You don't have to look that far, Steve. Just number one, find him on the field and block him.
Man, and you could see the quarterback had no idea.
He folded that young man.
Oh, my.
Goodness gracious.
So, Booker T needed a turnover, needed something positive to build on, and now they have it.
What a hit. And I'm just glad that the Simmons was able to get off the field under his own power, because that was ferocious.
Yeah, Booker T wants to take a timeout. So the clock stops with 8:26 left to go here. We're going to take a timeout as well. Come back and we'll let you know what the Hornets are going to do with the football.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We can help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Hornets to this point only 16 yards, negative 16 yards, total offense right now. But they get the turnover off the big hit. And now they go back to work on offense. Try to get some points on the board here before halftime. Quick pass deflected at the line, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Yeah, the player that got his hands on that one, number 22, Gunter, that's the second time I've called his name defensively for making a big play. First time was on that last series with that big-time open field tackle. This time coming off the edge and being able to put that hand in the air. They teach it all the time, Steve. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, get your hands up, affect that pass somehow, some way. Trust me, us defensive backs really appreciate that.
See how they run it this time. Send a wide receiver out to the near side. That's Jalen Jackson. Twins to the left, top of your screen. Single back set. Handoff up the middle and nowhere. Don't think he even got to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he lost 2 yards. So the Hornets unable to get anything going.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, here's the thing. You're facing a team in Dell City that is used to playing top-notch defense. And they have linebackers across the front that know how to go downhill and fill the rush lane. You can talk about guys like number 1, Holmes. This is a 4-year starter. You think he doesn't know how to stop the run? I mean, he's leading this defense, and they're not getting any yards on the ground right now.
0 yards to this point so far rushing the football for the Hornets. 3rd and 12, dropped back to throw. Empty backfield going deep. Receiver trips out of the confusion there. Looked like he was going to be open, but got his feet tangled up with the D-back, and the pass goes incomplete.
And they ran a great route. It was switch routes on the trips, bottom of your screen. Switch routes with a go route on the sideline by number 7 for the Booker T. Washington Hornets. That's Jackson. And here's the thing. The feet get tangled up. You can't call that.
No.
You can't call that. He's looking around, looking for a flag, but unfortunately, if your feet get tangled up, that's just an innocent football play. And because of that, it's going to be a 3rd down and a 3 and out for the Hornets.
Punting situation for the Hornets. Punt's going to hit about midfield. Take a great bounce for the Hornets. Retreating and going to get the football. Nice return now as he gets it right to midfield. And out of bounds. We'll take a look at your standings. And right now, so punting situation gives them the ball. Standings brought to you by Oklahoma Baptist Home for Children. Visit them at obhc.org. And, of course, not into district play just yet, but Booker T. Washington 1-0 in District 5A3. They're the only team with a victory to this point in the season. And we'll tell you about Del City, but after this, fumbles the football, picks it back up, tries to get something positive out of it, but going to lose yardage.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play right there. Booker T could have definitely done something big there. That was a backwards pass. Luckily, Holmes was able to get on top of that and turn something out of well, officially a loss of 4, so he didn't turn into anything.
Gotcha.
But you know what I meant.
Yep. District 5A4, to continue that earlier thought, Nathan Hale, Pryor, and Tahlequah have all won games. Nobody else has played a game except for Del City. And, of course, as we mentioned earlier, they lost to Edmond Memorial last week. So, call it 2nd and 14 for the Eagles. And the flag comes out. Let the clock expire.
Yeah, it looks like that play clock might have expired on the Eagles offensively, so they're going to lose another chunk of yards with that penalty.
So with 6:21 left to go here in the first half. Del City got 2 touchdowns early by midway through that first quarter. And that's been the end of our scoring to this point. Eagles a little toss to the left side, looking for some running room. Flag is thrown by the back judge. That's going to be a holding call. Hornets with a good job defensively, even though he did pick up about 5 yards in the play. Got to think this is going to come back.
Yeah, and I definitely think it is, because our player to watch, number 21, Perry, did a good job of keeping contained on the outside, something we mentioned in the first quarter. And because of that, they had no choice but to hold him. And so there you see, as the white hat and our refs on the field there walk that play back. Can't do that.
So they'll spot the ball at the 31-yard line in their own territory. They need to get to the Booker T 40-yard line. So call it 2nd down and 29. What do you call it, a 2nd and 29, Dan?
Everybody run down the field as fast as you can and as far as you can, and let's see if we can throw it up there. That's what we call it.
Okay.
Oh, I know that. Defensively, though, you definitely run cover, too. Get those safeties back and try to make sure that they don't get enough of that first down.
Timeout on the field with 5:45 left to go before halftime. Eagles on top, leading it by a score of 14-0.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView, or stream it online at yourview.com.
We're back at Del City. Steve Marshall, Dion Amade, rest of the crew. Keys to the game, brought to you by Oklahoma Operation Lifesaver. Together we can save lives at railroad crossings and on train tracks. Look them up at oli.org.
Yeah, and a great tackle made defensively by the Hornets. But real quick, let's talk about those keys to the game. I mean, they talked about offensively executing better. You see Del City's doing just that early in this contest, eliminating penalties. We've seen a couple throughout the game, but not too much. That last holding call, got to get that cleaned up just a little bit. Hopefully you don't see too much of that. And then defensively, swarm and keep the energy up. You've seen a bunch of these gang tackles and defenders running to the football. That's something we want to see throughout the whole ball game, the rest of this second quarter, and into the third and the fourth. So hopefully they take care of those keys to the game.
Third and very long handoff. Going to get a couple of yards. Nowhere near first down yardage. And, of course, it looks like now a punting situation coming up for the Eagles.
Great job by the Hornets getting off the field.
Yeah, because you look at it, as many misfortunes as Booker T has had, they're only down 2 scores.
Very, very good point. I mean, thus far, Del City has dominated this football game. Other than that big hit to the quarterback, there's nothing to write home about for the Hornets. Let's see if they can change that.
High, short punt. Hits and rolls inside the 35-yard line. Going to stop that at about the 32. And that's where the Hornets will have it. First and 10 with 4:13 left to go here before halftime.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Booker T comes out offensively on this drive. I mean, they had some success passing the ball down the field, and especially getting it to the outside. Those quick hitch routes, those quick 5 yards and out. I think they're there, especially on that single receiver side when you put trips to the field. And, you know, that single receiver to that boundary in that 3-by-1 situation. They need to attack those corners to the outside when they're by themselves, especially with athletes like Farley being that big-time receiver. You can see him at the top of your screen right now. He's by himself. You got to utilize that. You got to see if he can attack these athletes from Del City and take advantage of them.
All right, first and 10 for the Hornets.
Well, watch him back up. He's got space and room.
Tosses to the running back out of the backfield. He bobbled it and then tried to get it, but by the time he was able to get another hand on it, he got waylaid.
You don't have time to hit those routes out there, especially as the quarterback's lobbing the ball. The linebackers are just ferociously running to the football, and plays like that are happening. You saw on the top of your screen, Steve, they got a lot of cushion for Farley on the top of the screen. They need to utilize that. 5-yard hitch routes, quick outs. They need to quick slants. They need to get him in a position to get the ball in his hand quickly and make something happen.
Second and 10, drops the throw. Throws a timing route to the right side. Defender never really looked back for the football, but it was overthrown, incomplete.
Yeah, he never really got to that outside. You got to hit those wide receivers on that outside shoulder when they're running that go ball and giving them opportunity. Wide receivers got to also run closer to the numbers. He's got to hold that line a little bit. I feel like I talked to you about this on a yearly basis, Steve. One of the things that you see when you get to the college level, on those practice fields, on the numbers, you see these dotted lines. And the first thing I ask, what's this line for? It's to teach the wide receivers, this is the line you need to hold when you're running a go ball down the field. You got to give the quarterback some room on the outside shoulder to complete those go balls and have somewhere to throw the football. Right there, cornerback does a good job of forcing him out of bounds, and because of that, incomplete pass.
Another timeout on the field. Each team now with just one timeout remaining. 4:01 left to play here before halftime. Tell you about next week's game. Well, we've got number 2 and number 3 in Class 5A this week. Next week, we have number 1 and number 5. Lawton MacArthur will be at Carl Albert for our Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week. So we got the 5A area covered here in the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that matchup right there. Carl Albert, we just got done talking about them earlier in this game, how Del City has gotten to a deep into the playoffs on multiple years as of recent, but the one team they keep running up against is this Carl Albert bunch, and they are so talented. They have a number of individuals and athletes that can get it done, not only on this level, but in the next level in that D1 stage. So it's going to be interesting to see them and what they bring back, because they lost a lot of individuals, a lot of talented individuals that helped them win a couple of state championships as of recent. But could it be a year where Del City takes advantage and finally gets past those Titans?
And Carl Alberts run their winning streak now to 49 games as they have been on a roll. Here's a handoff. Coming near side on the play, number 3 with the carry is Michael Washington. Not a lot there.
I like the play design, though. You saw it was kind of a pitch counter. I don't know if that was a messed up play or something that the running back and the quarterback invented on their way out of bounds, but you can see everybody's down blocking over here to the left, and the running back gets the ball to the right and he kind of pitches it to him. He gets to the outside a little bit. Unfortunately, though, the linebackers and the speed of this Del City defense allows them to get to him before he can pick up a big chunk of yards, but still a great play design.
Dylan Carpenter back to punt for Booker T. No pressure, good punt. Really got into that one, taking it about the 30-yard line. Now some running room for the Del City return man. He's going to get it out near midfield. Nice return there by number 22. Is that 25? Number 5. That would be Caleb Blackwolf again.
Yeah, good job. First of all, good job securing the catch. That's at the high school level. That's something you always have to worry about. You've seen a number of these punts hit the ground and kind of give up a little bit more field position that you would like. But so great job securing the catch and then getting to the outside, finding some daylight. But here's the goal, special teams wise. When you're returning punt or kickoff return, all you look for is another first down. If you can get 10 yards, get another first down for your offense, that's a success on special teams.
Ball spotted at exactly the 50-yard line.
Watch that corner blitz, Steve. Watch that corner blitz. Good job by the wide receiver communicating.
Hand off straight ahead, up the middle, 5, 6, maybe 7 yards on the carry. Nice first down play for the Eagles.
You got to give it up to Franklin, the junior, okay? The wide receiver on the outside at the bottom of your screen. He sees the corner blitz coming off the edge by number 10, Phillips, and he calls it out to his quarterback. Remember, this is still the backup quarterback, not their original starter coming into the season. So they do a great job of communicating, letting him know, hey, check this, the corner's coming.
Second call at 3 after a gain of 7. Nowhere to go this time. That's going to lose a couple yards.
Good job by the quarterback just getting that one off the ground. They tried to run a zone read. The running back pulls it out of his hands just a little bit more than he thought he would, and that ball falls on the ground, but it was just a lot of poise to just slowly pick it up, survey the field, and try to get what he can.
3rd and 6 coming up now for the Eagles. Clock running, 1:50 to play before half. Straight ahead give, running back breaks free into the secondary. One man to beat, and he's going to beat him to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Caleb Blackwolf with the speed, with the strength, and with the burst. Watch out, guys. There's a star in Del City, and he wears number 5.
He broke through the line of scrimmage, and once he got past that initial line, there was only one man, and he was chasing the receiver down the far side of the field. So the Eagles strike again with just a minute and a half left to go before halftime. Waiting for the kicker to get on the field. Cameron Dygert checking in on the offensive line. And in for the extra point attempt is number 30, Jordan Ely. Snap back, and Holder had a little difficult time that time. Don't know if the snap got too near his body or what, but the kick is unsuccessful. And the score now stands Eagles on top. They lead it by a score of 20-0.
Just a great job by Blackwell being tough enough to get through that line of scrimmage. He already had enough for that first down, but then breaking tackles and able to bounce it to the outside. And once he saw that daylight, once he was in the open field, you saw that burst from him. You saw that change of speed. He hit that fifth gear and he took off like a rocket out of a spaceship, man. It was phenomenal.
I was just about to say before they got the touchdown, if Booker T can keep it at 14-0 with all the misfortune they've had and, the play selection, the turnover, that, maybe it's not terrible, but, what the heck.
Yeah, you see it. I mean, I think Del City had other things in their mind.
Got coming up the Ford Game of the Week on Your View, sponsored by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. That's our halftime show coming up. We'll take a look at some of the numbers from that first half of play. And check some scores from throughout the state, see what else is going on tonight. A lot of big games, crosstown rivalries and the such. Here's a minute and a half left to go before we break. Kickoff picked up on the far side of the field, running it down the sideline. Out of bounds at about the, where are they going to spot it? About the 35, it looks.
Good return by the Hornets.
Yep. But they just haven't been able to get anything going offensively tonight.
Yeah, they just haven't found their rhythm. You can kind of see everything's been a little off schedule. You got to give credit to the Del City Eagles defense because they've put them in their place in a major way. Being able to, rush the passer, come off the edge, blitzing, and then those linebackers coming downhill, filling those rush lanes, and not allowing them to run the ball at all.
Let's see what they do here.
Empty formation, Steve.
Quarterback sits by himself. Levi Brooks takes the snap. Pass to the far side, complete, right along the sideline. Short gain, call it 4. Pass caught there by number 12. Actually, Dwayne Jones, number 13, with the reception. Clock stopped as he was knocked out of bounds. 1:24 to go before half. Coming near side. Downfield. Oh, the receiver had it. He beat the defender, and he dropped the football.
Man, he looked like CD over there catching that football, dropping passes on Thursday night for the Cowboys. Yeah, I said it.
Yep, you did.
I'm a little bitter.
I can tell. Oh, the intended receiver, Jalen Jackson, had the defender beat, and the pass, boy, couldn't have been much better. Just couldn't come up with it.
Those are, there's plays when you wake up on Saturday mornings after a high school game that you wish you could have back. That's definitely going to be one for Jackson.
3rd and 7. Dropping the throw again. Pass near side, caught. Great open field tackle. Prevents him from getting away and getting the first down. Good job there by Rickland Holmes.
Man, that kid can run, huh? He is a heat-seeking missile when he sees that football and forces a 4th down, because if he doesn't make that tackle, they pick up the first for sure.
And then a lot more, because there was nobody else on that side of the field.
And although they didn't get the first down and this drive doesn't continue for the Hornets offense, you got to hang your hat on. They had a couple of successful plays right there. If they just execute a little bit better, those things turn into first downs, possibly a touchdown by Jackson.
So punting situation once again for the Hornets. And the snap goes over the punter's head, but there's an illegal procedure call beforehand. That may be a blessing. Because that ball's going to go about 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So instead of a 30-yard loss, they'll take a 5-yard penalty. Not too often that a penalty on your behalf is a good thing.
see something new every week. So.
Yeah, you sure do. Snap this time, right on the money. Punt is away, low line drive kick. And it's going to roll out of bounds, see where they mark it. At about the 33-yard line with 21 seconds left to go here before halftime. Del City, will they just sit on it and take a 20-point lead to halftime, or will they try to get something else on the board?
Let's wait and find out. Suspense is killing me, Steve. Yeah, I'd imagine they just go ahead and take a knee here. I mean, 20-0 lead, 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Kind of in a situation which you're very favorable position, which your team might as well just go ahead and take a knee here. Let's find out.
Shotgun formation, single back set. Takes the snap, handoff. Holmes getting to the corner, and he'll get about 10 yards on the carry. And the clock continues to run, 10 seconds left, and that'll be the final play of the first half. So a good half for the Eagles as they put 20 points on the board. Get some offense mixed in with some great defense. They didn't give Booker T. Washington much going there as far as yards gained. We'll find out more as we get our stats from Conrad here at halftime. But at the intermission, 20-0 is our score. Del City on top of Booker T. Washington. We'll take a timeout. Halftime coming your way. Stay with us, everybody.
Are you constantly getting up at night because you have to go? Is your bladder controlling your life? Now, gain control of your life with Better Bladder, a natural herbal alternative to prescription medicine.
I used to have to go to the bathroom every 20 minutes. With a degree of urgency, I no longer feel. I now can go 3, 4, and I have gone 5 hours without stopping to use the restroom.
Having had the experience as a doctor using Better Bladder with patients, I can really recommend it with confidence.
A full 2-month supply of Better Bladder is only $39.95 per month, but it won't cost you that today because you can experience Better Bladder free for 30 days. You also get a free 30-day supply of TheraBotanics Perfect Omega. Just one Perfect Omega has the power of 3 ordinary fish oil supplements. Plus, get a free copy of Doctor's Secrets to a Better Bladder. A $60 total value, free. Call the number on your screen now and take back control with Better Bladder.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Welcome back, everybody. Our score is 20-0 here at halftime. Del City Eagles on top of the Booker T. Washington Hornets. Pretty much a dominant first half for Del City, both sides of the football, Dan.
Yeah, very dominant from Del City. done things on the ground that offensively that you got to be proud of if you're the coaching staff offensively for the Eagles. I mean, Holmes and Black Wolf just dominating between the tackles, and then defensively they're doing the same thing on the other side as those linebackers and those defensive backs doing a good job getting in those rushing lanes, stopping the run, not allowing this Booker T. Washington offense to kind of get comfortable in any sort of way. And you know what? I think they've kind of answered the test from their coaching staff. They had a tough week last week facing off against those Edmond Memorial Bulldogs, and you know, those young offensive linemen, they put them in a tough situation going against that veteran defense over there. But here, I said, week 1 to week 2, this is where you show you're getting better. This is the jump, and you can see they're performing very admirably, and you can see they've definitely gotten better as the week has gone along. So it's going to be interesting to see how things unfold in the second half, especially for Booker T, because they got to go in that locker room and find something that works. They got to find something that works to give their offense some kind of confidence to allow them to play with this Dale City defense and take advantage of what they're doing offensively as well.
Take a look at some 5A scores from around the state. Right now, you've got Hillsdale on top of Edison Prep, leading 14-7. U.S. Grant and Western Heights at halftime tied at 6 apiece. Claremore's on top of Bartlesville, 22-7, while Wagner trails Coweta 15-0. Most of these scores all at halftime now. Collinsville on top of Oologah, 20-0. Hooker is leading Guyman 20-0, while Sapulpa leads Tahlequah 14-7. Tulsa Central and Memorial don't have a score on that one just yet. Elsewhere, take a look at some 6A scores as they are pulled up here. Western Heights and U.S. Grant tied at 6 apiece. El Reno trailing Piedmont 7-0. Bixby on top of Sand Springs, 42-7. It's Southmore 19, Westmore nothing. Sapulpa leads Tahlequah 14-7. MacArthur, team that we'll see next week as they take on Carl Albert, they lead Eisenhower 44-0. And Stillwater is leading Union 13-8 as we listen to the Dell City Marching Band. The Ford Game of the Week on Your View is sponsored by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. 20-0 is our halftime score. Del City on top of Booker T. Washington. Steve Marshall, Deon Amade, bringing you all the action here tonight on Your View.
Listen, shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family. For less than $1 a day, we could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Your Oklahoma Ford Dealers halftime show. We've already checked some scores. Now we got to look at some of the stats so far here this evening, and the stats are in favor of Del City, although it really hasn't been much of an offensive game as you take a look at it. Rushing-wise, Del City 122 yards. They've got 25 yards through the air. Takeaways.
First downs, they got 7 first downs. That's kind of the difference in the ballgame, in my opinion. You can see the other side of that sheet right there. Right there is 3 first downs for Booker T.
And the Cox Fast Stats, giving football fans all the latest stats courtesy of the nation's fastest internet provider. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Booker T with negative 32 yards rushing, 28 yards passing. So that puts him on the, says a total of 5, although that doesn't add up really. First downs, only 3 for Booker T in that first half. So, again, it wasn't much of a dazzling first half as far as the numbers are concerned. We had the nice touchdown run by Rickland Holmes to get things started.
Yeah, that's exactly where we're going to start, too, with those highlights. You saw that first touchdown by number 1, Mr. Holmes, as he gets to the outside, spring big time by his quarterback, but that big time block. And then that second touchdown got it from our guy number 5, Black Wolf, as he gets a big time, strong, tough run with that 2-yard gain, gets into the end zone, making it 14-0 for Del City. And then the next touchdown by number 5 once again with that 46-yard run. You can see he gets to that line of scrimmage, and then he sees a little bit of daylight to the outside, and then he gets that extra burst of speed and gets into the end zone. And those are our halftime highlights because, bro, Del City, they're taking control of this game. They're doing most of it on the ground, as you can see, a total of 122 yards rushing.
Yeah, what a difference a week makes after getting beat last week 35-0 to turn it around in a 56-point way to lead here at 20-0 shows you, maybe a little bit of the difference between 6A and 5A because they played a very good Edmond Memorial team, obviously. But the way that they performed here tonight haven't really, set the world on fire offensively. You did have the nice long run and the impressive touchdown run by Holmes to get the scoring started. But to this point, it's been the Eagles, and the Hornets just really have not had an answer. And, of course, coming up next week, we've got Lawton MacArthur, and they are the number 5 ranked team at the beginning of the season, taking on the 3-time defending champion Carl Albert Titans, and that should be another good contest coming up next week.
Yeah, you guys want to come on back next week. This one's going to be a show for you. Carl Albert, again, like Steve mentioned, 3-time state championships. Guys, they're talented. They always are, and I can't wait to watch the Titans take the field against Lawton MacArthur next week.
And then coming up on September 19th, we've got Oklahoma City Millwood, always a good time to watch them, against Heritage Hall. And we know what type of production and games we've seen in the past at Heritage Hall, and that's always a good time to get out there and see what's going on as far as they're concerned. And then on the 26th of September, PC North and PC West, as we get the Putnam City broadcast taken care of there, and that'll do it for the month of September.
Nothing like a little rivalry game the month of September to kind of get you going. And like you said, Heritage Hall, those Chargers, they always have explosive plays waiting for us when the forward game of the week crew shows up. So I'm looking forward to all those games coming up here in this football season.
And if you want to look even further down the road, on October the 3rd, we've got Choctaw versus Putnam City. We'll take a timeout, come back, we're at halftime. It's 20-0, Del City.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer, and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
Give me my thoughts. All right. Cool. Got it. I hope it's not counting this.
Welcome back to Del City as we're We're at halftime. 20-0 is our score. The Eagles on top, leading the Booker T. Washington Hornets. Very nice first half of play if you're a Del City fan. If you're a Booker T fan, you got to hope the second half is just a little bit better in the next 2 quarters of play.
Yeah, you definitely do have to hope they're better. And you know what? Here's the thing. Let me give you my thoughts real quick.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here's what I think Booker T needs to do. Load the box, okay? Play a little bit man-to-man defense. You got a number of athletes on the outside. They can handle things. Load the box and stop the run. Once you do that, once you stop one thing that they're having success with, then see what things unfold from you on that standpoint. On the other side, though, offensively, get the ball to the outside to your playmakers and get it over there quickly. Screen routes, bubble routes, quick slants. Number 1, Farley is over there, and he's got cornerbacks giving him cushion. Take advantage of that, and hopefully you get back into the football game.
Because it seems like they've had time to throw the football. It's not like he's just, they're on him immediately. He's had time to throw some passes. He's had one that was dropped that was obviously maybe even a touchdown, but he wasn't able to come up with, and other passes that, were just off the fingertips. So you'd have to think, if you're a Hornets fan, that, yeah, there's still some hope that we can do something here in the second half. I don't know if making up a 20-point deficit is really first on their mind.
Yeah, when you're in games like this, what do? Get the ball to your best player, and hopefully they continue to do so.
All right, we'll take a timeout and come back, get ready for second half action. Stay with us right here on Your View.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Shopping pictures.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We can help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Ford Game of the Week on Your View, sponsored by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And also brought to you by the Brooks Clinic. Offers walk-in appointments with no out-of-pocket cost. Our multi-specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City auto injury experts. Call them today at 405-943-0303. Dion and I here at halftime.
The experts as well?
Yes. Del City on top of Booker T. Washington, leading it at the half by a score of 20-0. And they scored twice in that first quarter, got one later in the second quarter. Started off in a bad way for Booker T, being behind early by that 14-0 score. It's kind of evenly matched except for that long run. Otherwise, after that, as far as the Hornets would be concerned.
You know, I think the big thing that's been the difference in this game that doesn't kind of show in the stats is the field position battle. I think we talked about this early in the first quarter. Del City did a tremendous job on that first series of, on the kickoff, pinning Booker T inside, the 20, and then defense getting a quick 3 and out, and then Booker T punting from their own end zone. And with that punt, they started on about a 39-yard line. And since that point, Del City has won the field position battle, being able to get off the field on third downs and also having short fields for their offense to kind of run the ball down the field and put points on the board. If Booker T can get that kind of turned around and give themselves some short fields and some more opportunities, I think they could turn this ball game around. I don't know if they can do it between the tackles, though. That's not what I'm suggesting. I mean, we've seen this Del City linebacker core kind of fill those run gaps and come downhill and be very physical and aggressive. So I think they need to attack the perimeter with their wide receivers and their athletes and try to move the ball down the field in that manner.
For Del City, Black Wolf with 5 carries, 76 yards. He had 2 touchdowns in that first half of play. And Rickland Holmes really didn't do a whole lot. He had some early goings on that got him some yards and that first touchdown, but not a whole lot since then, really.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's fighting to be our player of the game. Because number 5 has my early vote from halftime, because he's put up big stats offensively. He's made good plays defensively and even in the special teams game.
All right, here we go. Second half action is underway. On the return, getting it out to about the 45-yard line, the Eagles. And they'll go on offense first to see if they can add to that 20-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a great job by number 15. Oko is the recipient of that return, getting a good job of securing the football and then getting upfield. And again, good field position for this Del City Eagle offense to start the third quarter.
1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Man in motion to the left side of the field is Quincy Hill. Trips to the left, running to the left, and nowhere to go. In the backfield, number 55 for Booker T. Washington. And number 55 is Tayden Tolles, 6 foot, 230-pound defensive end that time. It looked like nobody blocked him.
Yeah, and Tolles has done a good job in this game of creating havoc, stopping those double teams and kind of getting in that backfield. He hasn't made a lot of plays, but he's been in the vicinity. Hopefully he can get that thing turned around in the third quarter and then going into the fourth. You can see right there getting a good jump start on the second half.
Loss of 6 on the play. Now 2nd down and 16. Single back set, send the running back in motion. And flag comes out, illegal procedure. Here's the call before they get the ball off. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 21. We're just underway. Thanks for joining us here tonight on your Oklahoma City debut of high school football this year. They've already played a game last week that saw this Booker T. Washington team take down Muskogee by a score of 21-14. Hornets on defense.
3-by-1 formation, but that third receiver is pretty close to the formation, Steve.
Running play up the middle, got some room. Going to get outside looking for a block, and he's going to be gang tackled, but he's going to get first down yardage. Running call on 2nd and 21, and they're going to get about 23 or 4 on the play. That's going to be enough for the first down. Move the chains down the field and into Hornet territory.
You got to give credit to the offensive line on that one. Just a big hole on that right side for Holmes to attack, and he gets ahead of steam, and he goes full bore into that secondary and picks up a good chunk of yards and gives a first down to the Eagles.
from the Washington 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Del City. Running play straight ahead. Not much there this time, as Black Wolf is taken down.
You can kind of see defensively what the Hornets are trying to do at a halftime. Trying to run a little bit of man-one. You can kind of tell there's one safety back there, but everybody else is manned up across the outside, trying to do exactly what we talked about at halftime, Steve. Load that box a little bit and make it a difficult situation for the Eagles to run the football. And here's the answer to that. Spread it out. Empty formation for the quarterback.
See what they can do here on 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw downfield, going over the middle. Pass out in front of the intended receiver, who's trying to hook up with Black Wolf there.
Dangerous throw. Middle of the field.
Yeah.
Hornets all over the place. And he kind of leads the wide receiver a little too far on that one. Turns into an incomplete pass.
So that stops the clock with 9:35 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Eagles.
I like the rebuttal, though, from Del City. You're going to put us in man-to-man situation. We're going to spread you out and see if you can actually cover in this man-to-man defense. So
you said 4 receivers.
Yeah, doing it again.
Kind of an outside screen pass, if you will. Fighting forward. Great job to keep his balance. Looked like it was going to be a 2-yard loss. He turns it into about a 4-yard gain.
Great strength by Quincy Hill, number 3 on that screen, that bubble pass.
So see what they dial up here. 4th down and about 5. Inside Hornet territory.
Looks like they're bringing in some extra fullbacks and tight ends for this situation. Bring those wide receivers off the field.
Walter Franklin goes out wide left. And we've got a timeout. Taken by Del City with 8:49 left to go here in 3rd quarter. 20-0. Del City on top. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. With one call, you can be on the phone with addiction specialists across the country who will guide you on the next steps to find the freedom and healing you desperately need. Call Addiction Helpline America at the number below. We provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. One phone call today can change your life forever. Don't wait another minute for that right moment to be set free. Take that bold step and call Addiction Helpline America at the number below or visit www.addictionhelplineamerica.com.
And we're back at Del City High School. Your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Del City and Booker T. Washington. Right now looking at a 4th and 5 for the Eagles. Empty backfield, trips to the right. Man in motion coming to the same side. Dropping the throw, has time, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run for it, and they slung him forward, and looks like he's right on the line. Depends upon the spot. And it looks like it's going to be enough. Good job by the quarterback for Del City.
It was an interesting play call there. I thought they would, put themselves in a situation where they could run the ball again. But good routes by the wide receiver. He had maybe 1 or 2 guys open, but they kind of sprung open late, so he decides to tuck it and run it, and he picks up the 1st down for the Eagles.
So a whole new set of downs for Del City. Line of scrimmage at the Washington 35-yard line. Quarterback keeper, he is tied up in the backfield. That's going to be at least a 6 or 7 yard loss on the play.
Goodness gracious, who was that made that first initial contact in that backfield? It looks like it's either, was it number 5 or number 9? He's got in there so fast.
Good penetration by the Hornets.
Yeah, it was number 9, Chaplin, the defensive back. Must have came on a blitz up the middle because he was in the quarterback space in a hurry. Tried to run that wildcat formation, but he was not having it.
So second, call it 16 to go for the Eagles. See what they dial up here. Running play straight ahead. Holmes fights free. Turns something into about 3, maybe 4 yards.
That's a great job by the Hornets of getting Holmes on the ground because he was running hard and breaking tackles left and right. It took about 3 Hornets to get him on the ground. Third and 12 here, Steve. Got themselves in a good situation. Let's see if they can get off the field.
3 receivers out to the left, top of your screen, looking to the right. Got a receiver down the middle and a little bit beyond his reach, trying to hook up with Black Wolf out there. But just a little too much on the throw. And that'll bring up 4th down, 12 yards to go.
And here's the question mark. We're kind of in that iffy spot. Okay? You can punt the ball. I doubt you have a kicker that can make a field goal from there. But also you can kind of go for it and kind of chance it because you're in a situation defensively where their defense has been good enough all day where you can get the stop if you turn it over on downs here. So it looks like they're going to go for it.
So 4th and 12, dropping the throw. Looking, firing over the middle, had it for a second, and then it just kind of fell off the end of his fingertips. Incomplete. Once again, trying to hook up with Black Wolf. And the Hornets will take over on down.
Dangerous throw, Steve. Dangerous throw. In the middle of the field, they had a safety just waiting to find something that went into his zone, and he found it. He almost put a big hit on Black Wolf in that situation. Dangerous throw. That's one of those things those young quarterbacks have to be aware of. You got to be aware of where that safety is on the field, and then you've got to watch out for that backside safety. You got to protect your wide receivers because they don't have eyes in front. They're looking for you to throw them the football. They're looking back at you. You got to make sure that coverage and that is in a safe place to throw that football instead of putting your wide receivers in harm's way.
So the Hornets take over on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Dropping the throw. Has time. Looks. Fires. Pass is complete. Going to be a gain of about 8 yards in the play. Hooking up out there with number 1. That is Kenyon Farley.
Great grab by Farley. They're in a lot of traffic. Pick up of 9 yards on the play.
Brooks can throw the football.
Yeah, he definitely can.
It's a nice tight spiral right on the money. Now he just has to have enough time to make it work. Call it 2nd and 1. Del City defense stacked in there. See what the Hornets call. They're going to throw it. Pass out to the right side is complete. Once again, it's Farley, and that'll be good enough for a 1st down. Gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. And 1st and 10 coming up. Going to spot in at about the 47, 48-yard line.
Great execution on that. You saw that bunch set tight to the formation, and then he breaks out with that 5-yard out. Good enough to pick up the 1st down. And Farley does a good job of bringing that pass in because that pass was a little wider than he anticipated, but he lays out, brings the ball in, and gets the 1st down for the Hornets. And they're executing now. This is some of the things we talked about at halftime that they needed to do.
New set of downs, 1st and 10. Dropping the throw, and I don't think he did get rid of it. He just ate it right there, and that's going to be a sack on the play.
And he wanted to get rid of that ball so bad. He just had nowhere to go, and at the last minute he decides to keep it and eat the sack because the only check down available was in harm's way. So that first down that they just picked up and that field position that they just give it right back with that big-time sack.
Lost 8 on the play, now 2nd and 18. Dropping the throw, looking, near side, caught. Breaks the tackle, got first down yardage down the sideline. Inside the 25-yard line, number 3, that is Michael Washington.
And they beat him with leverage right here. The linebacker is cheated into the formation, expecting the run and trying to help with the run. And because of that stretched out formation by the number 2 wide receiver, he's out of place. And that 5-yard out goes for a big chunk of yards. Great job by number 3 for Booker T, Washington.
At the 23-yard line now, dropping the throw, going up top, has a receiver. Oh, and it's intercepted. And he's going to bring it out. Intercepted there by number 2. That's Josiah Chester. Chester's still running. And finally taken down at about the 21-yard line.
That's how they teach it, Steve.
Wow.
That's exactly how you teach it. You're in the red zone. You got your feet in the end zone. You don't need to look for the wide receiver. He's only so far he can go. High point that football and take it back the other way. We ain't here for touchbacks. We're here to make plays, baby. Bring it out. Great job by the defensive back.
He was there open. Pass was maybe just a bit overthrown, but a great effort to make the catch, keep his footing, and then bring it out. Even though they would have brought it out to the 20, it's at the 21.
He just put a little bit too much air underneath that football and let Chester turn around and adjust to it, and just a great job of high-pointing that football. I can't stress that enough.
So the Eagles take over once again, give the ball to Rickland Holmes. Tries to get it to the outside and does. He's got 10, 15 yards on the play at least, all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Again, the Hornets do a good job of getting into the rush lanes, but the strength and the speed of Holmes to bounce it to the outside and get a big chunk of yards for the Eagles is just enough. Goodness gracious, man. They did everything they needed to do except for keep contained on the offense.
Picked up 14 on the play, gets it all the way out to the 35-yard line. New set of downs, 1st and 10 for Del City. Running play near side. That's going to be good enough for 5. Getting it out to the 40-yard line.
Holmes were fronting everybody over on that play. I think he might have took out one of his offensive linemen as well. Everybody could get out the way. They got a hole to run through.
So Del City on the march after the interception in the end zone.
Holmes exits the game only 2 yards away from breaking that century mark in the game.
Running play. I believe that was Chester. Number 2, 5 on the carry, sorry. That was Black Wolf again.
All right, 3rd and 3 here on the ground. The short, there's been a couple of plays offensively on this drive that Holmes has been able to break through that offensive line, but other than that, they've done a good job getting in those lanes and those gaps. Let's see if they can do it here one more time.
Dropping the throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. Taken away. Number 5 for Booker T. Washington. That's Durham. So Durham comes up with the turnover.
Great job by Durham, just being Johnny on the spot. You can tell that pass was just led a little too far for the wide receiver. Durham does a good job of getting his hands on it and going the other way. I thought he might have gotten a little hurt, but he was able to pop back on his feet and get to the sideline after that big tackle.
Looks like we got a timeout on the field. We'll be right back with more. 20-0. Del City still on top.
New to Medicare? Recently moved or losing coverage? Then let us help break it down for you. First up, we have Medicare Part A. Consider your hospital insurance as your safety net, covering inpatient hospital stays, skilled nursing facilities, hospice care, and some home health care. It's the help for your peace of mind, ensuring that you get the care you may need when you need it. And now let's talk about Medicare Part B, your medical insurance. This is your key to most preventative services, outpatient care and doctor visits, from flu shots to screenings. Part B, you're at the forefront of proactive health care. If you enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan, the plan may provide all of your Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B coverage, and it is designed with you in mind, providing a wide array of coverage options for personalized care. Review your Medicare coverage options, ensuring it aligns with your evolving healthcare needs, from flu shots to screenings.
Call 800-761-4190. 800-761-4190.
Welcome back, everybody. Running play to the right side.
Yeah, Levi Brooks, the quarterback, back there in that pocket, saw nothing down the field, but he does a good job of just stepping up, not taking the sack, and just getting out of bounds, living to play another down.
Final minute 25 left to go here in this third quarter. Both teams have moved the ball and threatened to score, but a couple of turnovers. No points here so far in this second half.
Yeah, those halftime adjustments are working for these defenses.
And there's a sack as you speak of defenses. Takes him all the way back to his own 45-yard line. Going to be a loss of 10 on the play.
There's our guy, Holmes, number 1, coming off the edge. And Brooks doesn't even see him off that blind side, and he goes down. It's a big loss for the Hornets offense.
So officially going to call it third down and 19 here. Booker T from their own 46-yard line. See what they come up with here in a long situation. Pressured and going down, and another sack for the Del City defense. Brooks needs to get rid of the football. And we do have a flag on the play.
Number 6, Traquan Wright with the sack of the quarterback. It's 4th and long.
So let's see what the call is from the official. And the white hat tells us we got a holding call against Booker T. Washington.
Well, he didn't hold that well. Got a sack, Steve. Yeah, that's one of those situations for the linebackers and the defensive line. They just pin their ears back and go, and they got him.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. As we go to the fourth and final quarter, it's 20-0 in favor of Del City. We'll be back.
I'm shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family. For less than $1 a day, we could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Tonight's play of the game brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. What say you, Mr. Amade?
You know what? There's a number of plays that were spectacular in this game. A number of things that I've technically enjoyed. Okay, a couple of interceptions, but I don't know. You got to give it up for that long TD run by Black Wolf, the 46-yarder. I mean, he showed everything: his strength, his speed, and just his vision to get into the open field. So that's our Ford game play of the game.
There you have it. There's the punt, and it goes all the way back to about the 21-yard line. Black Wolf again on the return, finds the right side. You might have to have a new play of the game right here. Wolf with one man to beat, and he's got him beat. No flags in the play. Touchdown. Black Wolf takes it the distance.
Let's change it to that one, Steve. Let's change it to that one. That was extraordinary. Black Wolf heard his name and said, you know what? I'm going to return it just for you, Dion, just for Cox, and just for the Ford game of the week. Making big plays. That is our play of the game. Wow. I love it. Why not?
What timing? How good was that? 71 yards on the return.
Goodness gracious, it looked so good. He just got to the outside, Steve, dancing on the sideline. One man to beat, and it's the kicker, and he had no chance.
Extra point attempt from Ely. Snap back, ball down, line drive to the left is no good. And that'll make our score 26-0 in favor of Del City. We'll take a timeout, come back with the kickoff. Stay with us, everybody.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
America's Black Forum. Check your local listings for air dates and times.
Well, it's been a play of big games for the Del City Eagles here tonight, as they get another one on the punt return by Black Wolf. He had the earlier long touchdown run and then throwing a couple of TDs, and they're up 26-0.
Yeah, man, that was an extraordinary. I'm glad we took a commercial break because I needed a break after that run. That was explosive and extraordinary. That was fun to watch. Black Wolf has been doing it all today. I told you he was doing it on special teams too, guys. I told you.
He's getting it done, no doubt about that.
Black Wolf is a star.
He'll probably be our player of the game as well.
He might be. You stay tuned.
Might take the Triple Crown home tonight. Here's the kickoff after the long return for the touchdown, taken at about the 13-yard line. Little shimmy shake. He's going to get out across the 40. He had to hang on, nearly stripped of the ball, but he gets it out to the 43-yard line. Coach of the Del City sidelines not happy with that return.
I don't blame him. We almost had 2 touchdowns, Steve.
Booker T. Washington they get drives going and they just can't finish, and they turn it over, and it's not been their night, no question about that.
Yeah, a little inconsistent play from the Hornets. Especially not able. The perfect way to describe it is just not been able to find their rhythm.
Yep.
Just not been able to find their rhythm, especially offensively.
Well, that's what they said they wanted to do, too, is to, swarm on defense, eliminate penalties, but offensively needed to execute better. And that's been pretty much the story again tonight here for the Hornets. So from their own 43-yard line, the Hornets will put it back in play. Low snap goes between the quarterback's legs. He scoops it up and now scrambles to his left. Tucks the ball away. It's a run all the way, and he's going to lose about 5 or 6 yards. Just a low snap, line drive right between his legs.
Yeah, it looks like we got a new quarterback into the game.
Max Houston is checked in.
Yeah, the freshman.
5'5" freshman. Officially a 7-yard loss. Checking in, Max Houston.
Second down and 17 from the 37-yard line.
See what the Hornets do here now with 2nd and 17. Running play to the left. Collier on the carry there. Gets a couple yards. Make it 3rd and 11 now. See what the Hornets do here. Clock is ticking away. Still 10:15 left to play in our contest here tonight. Lots of college football on tomorrow. We're wrapping it up here on a Friday night in Del City. Pass intended out there to the far side. Looking for Kenyon Farley. Pass too long and incomplete.
And I'm telling you, Booker T has been looking for that go ball all game long. They've been trying to connect. They almost had one, and it was dropped by the wide receiver. But other than that, Del City's just done a great job of covering that up all game long, running step for step with those wide receivers and having the safety over the top. So small windows to throw them in. It smells like barbecue inside.
I think it does. I think they need to bring some up top.
I would appreciate that.
4th down, punting situation. Gets away from the punter. He kicks it, and it's going to go sideways. And that's going to be a net loss on the punt. That's really going to hurt his average.
You think?
He got it and then kicked it, and it looked like it went up the side of his foot. Original line of scrimmage was on the 42. Now it's going to be on the 30.
And you know what? Again, excellent field position for the Eagles.
Man, they've had it all night long. Probably should have 40 points on the board, too.
Cuts the Los Angeles Charger lead down from 13 to 6 to 13 to 12.
So on the 30-yard line now, Del City, once again with great field position, will go to work. Leading 26-0. Motion to the near side. Running play, looks like Holmes. With a pretty nice gain as he just keeps churning. Boy, he's a tough runner.
Yeah, he is. And you can see his running style is aggressive.
Gained 8 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2 from the 22. Single back set out of the shotgun. Eagles have worked that way pretty much all night long. Handoff, Black Wolf straight ahead. Inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. And another first down for the Eagles. So a new set of downs for the Eagles. In no hurry now. Just take as much time off the clock as you possibly can. And the snap comes. Handoff. Up the middle, it's Black Wolf again, making guys miss, getting into the secondary. He's got about 13 yards, 14 yards on that carry. Another first down, and that'll make it 1st and goal from the 5.
I'll tell you what, Black Wolf runs like a man. The way he just continues to turn those feet and roll off tackles, it has been impressive to watch this evening.
So, 1st and goal situation. Let's see who gets the football here. Man in motion. Handoff going up the middle. Black Wolf stacked up this time. Maybe got a yard. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal. And they'll mark it at the 5-yard line. See what the Eagles call here.
Loaded backfield here.
Quarterback keeper straight ahead, running into the end zone. Was that Black Wolf on the carry?
I think it was, Steve.
Yeah, he's got another touchdown, or did he?
I haven't seen them
put
their hands
short.
in the air yet.
Black Wolf took the direct snap.
Black Wolf is pleading with them to run the same play. I don't know why you guys are thinking about it. I think they're just trying to run some more clock.
3rd and goal, Black Wolf straight ahead, stacked up at the line. No signal from the official, and now we get one. Touchdown, Del City.
Somebody in the truck asked if that was the tush push. I don't think that's exactly how Jalen Hurts runs it, but it works for Black Wolf.
4th touchdown of the ball game for Black Wolf. $89 yards now for Black Wolf. And the extra point attempt is yet to come. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and it is good. So the score now stands, no good, stands at 32-0 in favor of Del City. We'll take a timeout, come back with the kickoff. Stay with us.
Hola a todos, tenemos profesionales legales listos para responder sus preguntas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, llámenos ahora mismo para hablar con un representante, obtener respuestas a sus preguntas y conocer cuánto vale su caso. Soy Victoria García y estoy con el portavoz y personalidad de la televisión, Milo Sánchez. Milo, dile a todos los que nos miran en casa quién debería llamar en este momento.
Bueno, Victoria, es como lo has dicho, cualquier persona que haya resultado herida en un accidente que no fue su culpa puede llamar ahora mismo. Le ofreceremos una consulta gratuita y le informaremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Entonces, ¿qué tipo de llamadas está recibiendo nuestro equipo hoy?
Bueno, Victoria, estamos recibiendo llamadas de todo tipo de accidente, pero lo más común es los accidentes automovilísticos. Por lo tanto, si usted ha sido lesionado en un accidente, llame ahora, le diremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora.
And we're back, ready for kickoff. Del City now with a commanding 32-0 lead. And if nothing else, they have taken advantage of the field positioning, the turnovers, everything in their favor tonight.
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, Booker T came out with some good adjustments out at halftime to kind of slow them down, but things have still fallen their way, and they've taken advantage of it.
Approaches the football and drives it down to about the 17-yard line. Trying to get to the outside, number 23. That is Damari Sells. And they're going to spot it about the 18-yard line. That's where the Hornets will put it in play. 1st and 10. We've got 6:27 left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want as an offense is to go away with no points. That 0 on the board has to be just bothering the offense for Booker T. So let's see if they can kind of string together a drive here and get some points on the board and leave this field with some execution and something to kind of hold on to as they go into week 2 of the season.
Quite a turnaround for Del City, who got shut out last week, 35-0.
Yeah.
So a 67-point turnaround.
By that Edmond Memorial bunch. Don't get me wrong.
Little play action. Tried to get the fake in there and then decided just to throw it away. Probably a good choice.
Finish that sentence. Don't get me wrong. This is a good Del City team. But last week, first week of the season, playing a lot of sophomore players, first-time varsity action, especially that offensive line, and then going up against a defense like Edmond Memorial's with a lot of experience on that side of the football, it was a tough and tall task. But good to see them bounce back.
2nd down and 10 now for the Hornets. Man in motion, quarterback keeper. And handoff is going to get him about 2 yards out to the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 8 or 9.
And I like the play call, the jet sweep motion coming across. It looked like he had some room to run, but he decided to cut it up, and just another good open field tackle by the Del City defense.
So let's see what they call here. 3rd and 9. Dropping the throw. Looks near side. Passes a little underthrown, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down situation.
There comes the punt team once again.
Punt team has been busy tonight. We've had a couple of bad snaps. We'll see what they come up with here. Clock is stopped, 5:37 to play. Snap back. Kick is away. Good. High kick. Taken at about the 43-yard line. It's Black Wolf again. He's going to get inside Hornet territory. Now retreats and going to recycle the whole thing. Look out. Here he goes again. Inside the 30-yard line. Black Wolf along the sidelines. He slips the tackle and he's going to get in. You see any flag?
I don't see anything.
Oh, my goodness.
Goodness gracious. That was a run. 56 yards for the return and for his 2nd special teams touchdown.
It might have been 56 yards, but I think he ran 78 yards. I mean, he retreated and circled the whole field.
That's some conditioning for you. Because when he got to that 10-yard line, he had another gear to check into. And my goodness, that's his 5th touchdown of the evening, Steve.
What a night. Any doubt as to who your player of the game is?
I don't think there's any doubt at all. Black Wolf has made that very easy for us here in the truck. And
extra point attempt. He is a little short, but that makes the score a lot to a little.
Oh, man, I think he's earned the rest of the night off.
38-0 is our score here. And Mr. Black Wolf with that was his 5th touchdown, right? 5 touchdowns on the night. Holmes got it all started with the touchdown run to make it 7-0 in favor of Del City, and since then it's been the Black Wolf show.
It certainly has.
And this will be a game he will never forget.
5 touchdowns in a high school football game. You'll be telling your grandkids about this one, Black Wolf.
So Del City will kick it away once again. What a performance. And you could see it coming, but you almost couldn't believe that there wasn't going to be anybody on that side of the field for Del City, or for Booker T, rather. And then you saw what he had in front of him, and you thought, he's going to do it again. $38-0 is our score. We still have 5:10 left to go in our ball game. Waiting for the okay from the official. Kick is away. Going to be taken at about the 21-yard line. Trying it on the left side, far side of the field, in front of the Hornets bench. Out of bounds. They're going to mark them out at about the 38-yard line. And that's where they'll have it, 1st and 10.
Trying to get over there to that wall, kind of pick up some more yards for the Hornets, but kind of ran out of real estate over there.
Don't forget again, next week coming up, we've got Lawton MacArthur playing at Carl Albert. So we'll be just down the road a piece for next week's ball game. And the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders come calling. We saw they were winning earlier, 40-0, right? So here we go. Hornets with it, 1st and 10. Handoff, running play going up the middle, going to get about 3 yards. It's kind of one of those cases where if you're the coach, do you take starters out and give younger guys more of a chance, more repetitions in a situation like this, or do you just keep with your starters and say, guys, come on, we got to get this right?
Yeah, I mean, reps is gonna do you justice, and game reps will help you a lot. But you also want to make sure you keep your guys healthy. But number 8, Collier, does a good job of picking up a good chunk of yards right there.
Running play to the left side this time. Running room. 1st down yardage on the carry there was Collier. McKylan Collier, 5'5", 150.
He's running hard.
He is. Gets the 1st down, gets into Del City territory. I think they've thrown the ball in the end zone that was intercepted. And that's about as close as Booker T has been to scoring tonight. First and 10, drops the throw. Quick little pass out to the wing. Is caught. Going to get about to the line of scrimmage and not much more. So 2nd and long coming up. Spot the ball at the 48-yard line in Del City territory. Del City's goals was to get after the quarterback tonight. I'd say they've done that. Running play, Collier again, breaks through the line of scrimmage and is taken down, but he's got about 9 yards on the carry. As Booker T continues to march down the field, they don't want to get shot out.
Yeah, good job by Johnson, number 9, to bring the ball carrier down before he got that 1st down. If he doesn't make that tackle, I think Collier might have ran for a touchdown.
See what the Hornets do here. Handoff, left side, Collier again. Looks like he got the 1st down and then was driven straight back. And the clock continues to run, and Booker T. Washington moving downfield now at the 37-yard line in Del City territory. from the Del City 37-yard line. Hornets empty backfield. Everybody out on the wings looking for the pass. Steps up, throws, long pass down the middle. 2 defenders are back there. And incomplete. 1:13 to play.
You know, minute and 13 seconds remaining. Why not try one more no ball for the road, you know? Why not try one more vertical route down the field and see if the Del City Eagles are slipping here to end this ball game? And they answered that question. They're all home. Wait.
Defenders back there, yeah, just waiting for the throw. See what they come up with here on 2nd and 10. Hand off, Collier once again. Tripped up, it's actually number 3 on the carry. That's Washington. Now there's less than a minute to play. New set of downs, 1st and 10. Farley goes out wide left. Quick snap, get it off. Handoff up the middle. Breaking to the outside and into the end zone. Number 25, that's Elijah Hill with the touchdown.
Great blocking up front and just able to get into the open field. And Elijah Hill gets rewarded with the touchdown.
So Hill, I believe that's his first carry of the night. Makes it count. Say, hey, coach, put me in earlier. He takes it into the end zone for the touchdown, and Booker T is on the board with 35 seconds left, but still trail. 38-6 with the extra point to come. Snap back, kick on the way, it's good, and now our score is 38-7. So 38-7 is our score with 35 seconds left. Del City will even their record at 1-1 on the season. Booker T. Washington will fall to 1-1 on the season.
All evened up.
Get all that stuff out of the way before you start district play.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, these two teams in different districts. Booker T. Washington in 5A3. And who are they going to get most of their competition from? Kelly? Who else?
Yeah, it looks like probably Coweta, Bishop Kelly, like you mentioned. Durant is not a slouch either. You know, East Central, pretty good.
And then for Del City, they're in a district, kind of an east side district for Del City. Got Collinsville over there, Tahlequah, Claremore, Memorial, Nathan Hale, Pryor.
They're going to be doing a lot of driving.
Yeah. Probably not real happy when they saw that district. So what are we doing in there? But that's
how the cookie crumbles.
That's the way the numbers fall, right?
Exactly.
All right, so Booker T. Washington ready to kick it away after they put their first points on the board here with 35 seconds left to go in the ball game. Kick it away. It's going to go into the end zone, touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. So a great night of football here in Del City. Home fans liking it a lot more than visitors, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Just have to rebound, get it all back together again this week at practice, and get out and start over anew. Each game is different. Doesn't matter how you played the week before.
And that's the thing, speaking of the week before, this Hornets team has to understand they played a very motivated Del City Eagles. Coming off of that loss to Edmond Memorial, getting challenged by their coaching staff in practice, and knowing that they wanted to get that taste of losing out of their mouth in a major way, and they certainly did that this evening.
Del City runs it on the ground. Stacked up after a gain of 7 on the play. they don't have to run another play, and it doesn't look like they're going to. So both teams walking away. 10 seconds left. That'll be the final play of our contest here this evening. And our final score is going to be Del City 38 and Booker T. Washington 7. 38-7 our final. Del City Eagles even their record to 1-1 on the season. And Booker T. Washington falls to the identical 1-1 record. All right, so we'll take a timeout, step aside, come back with our post-game show for you. Stay with us, everybody.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Guess I'm shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
The Ford Game of the Week on Your View, sponsored tonight by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And also brought to you by the Brooks Clinic. They offer walk-in appointments with no out-of-pocket cost. Our multi-specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City Auto Injury Experts. Call them today at 405-943-0303. And now for your smart call of the game.
Yeah, the Cox Mobile smart call of the game. So that was the wait. Hold on, real quick. Let me give you the smart call of the game. Steve, you read the read. My bad. I jumped you there. My bad. So real quick, it's the first touchdown. Okay, number one, Rickland Holmes gets the ball, runs into the line of scrimmage, and there's no hole there. But he does the smart thing, the wise thing, bounces the ball outside, gets a great block from his quarterback, and gets into the end zone. And that is our Cox Mobile smart call of the game.
There you go, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back and get ready for the play of the game. Stay with us.
some shopping pictures.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family. For less than $1 a day, we could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com.
Take a dash of regular guy.
I'm torn.
And a tablespoon of creativity.
It will make you a star in your home with your friends and family.
Add a splash of effort and a lot of fun.
I love tailgate day. Yeah, look how beautiful that is.
And you have a recipe for inspiring meals.
You can pull off things that are pretty good by cheating a little bit. So good, so good. Sam the Cooking Guy. We're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta watch.
Sam the Cooking Guy, only on YurView.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Get ready to travel across America meeting the next generation of star athletes. You'll meet a trailblazing quarterback in North Carolina, as well as elite signal callers in Illinois and Florida. We'll also sit down with a versatile playmaker in Texas and hear from a rising star in volleyball as well. That's all coming up next on Sports Stars of Tomorrow. Welcome to Sports Stars of Tomorrow. I'm your host, Charles Davis. We're going to begin today's cross-country tour in Greensboro, North Carolina, and there you'll meet a quarterback who has a lot of value on and off the field. And that's this week's 5-star feature. Faison Brandon is a difference maker, on the field and off. He might be the best athlete to ever come out of Grimsley High School, which first opened in 1899. It's the third oldest high school in the state and has a storied athletic tradition. The 6'4" quarterback is a consensus 5-star prospect, and 24/7 Sports ranks him as the #1 overall player in the 2026 class.
It means a lot, and also makes me want to keep working and, keep that #1 because it can be taken away. Keeps me motivated. I know there's other people coming for that #1 spot.
Faison has never lacked the energy or enthusiasm for football. Years ago, his parents knew they had a very active toddler and that they just had to get him involved in sports of some kind.
He's always just been a fast learner. He's always been light years ahead. At 6 months, he was already sitting up tall and strong. 9 months, he was walking very well. He's just always been off the charts. At 5 years old, he started playing tackle football. At first, I was a little apprehensive. I was just like, oh, Lord, now my baby, out here playing tackle football this young. But by the second game, I'm just like, go get him,
When it came time to choose a high school, Faison's parents liked Grimsley coach Daryl Brown because they thought he would challenge Faison's competitive spirit.
When we first met Coach Brown, he basically said, like every other coaches around in the community there, was like, when you get here, you're going to start on this, and that, But Brown was like, everything is earned here, and never promised us anything. And it was like, this is the school that I want him to go to.
Grimsley, as far as we can tell, is the only high school in America with the nickname the Whirlies.
The nickname used to be Whirlwinds. People always ask, what's a Whirly? And we just tell them it's a winner. A Whirly's a winner.
Faison is certainly that. He got playing time as a freshman for Grimsley's 2022 state championship team. He took over as a starter as a sophomore, and then he had a breakout junior campaign in 2024. He won the North Carolina Gatorade Player of the Year and led the Whirlies to a 16-0 record and another state title.
Well, I mean, he gets better each and every year, each and every week. You know, he works extremely hard at his craft. It means a lot to him. He takes pride in all the details, all the little things. And he's a phenomenal talent. But the thing that I've been the most proud of is just how he's grown as a leader. You know, and he's quiet. Faison's a quiet kid, doesn't say a lot, but leads by example, does the right thing, treats people the right way. I've been fortunate to coach a couple of times in the Under Armour All-American game down in Orlando, Florida, and he has the best players in the country. There's nobody in the country that throws a football like he does.
As Faison has had more and more success, he's also been presented with an increasing number of opportunities. While the stories about name, image, and likeness deals mostly come from the college ranks, it's trickled down to the high school level too. NIL rules for high school athletes can vary from state to state. About a year ago in North Carolina, athletes at private high schools could earn NIL money, but athletes at public schools could not. The Brandon family didn't believe that was fair, so Faison's mother, Rolanda, filed a lawsuit, and a judge eventually ruled in her favor. Thanks to that ruling, Faison and all high school athletes in North Carolina can now accept endorsement money without losing their eligibility.
He was presented with an NIL opportunity. He was not able to take the NIL opportunity, which really kind of saddened me a little bit because I know of all the hard work that he had put into it. So that is when we decided to fight that, you know, not only to change the laws for him, but also for the other kids that work just as hard. That's the great part about it. You know, I'm just happy that all the kids are able to have the same opportunities across the board.
The case only strengthened the bond between the Brandon family and Grimsley High School because Faison could have taken an easier path to sign NIL deals by just transferring to a private school.
Well, it tells you what kind of family, you know, they are. You know, you see why Faison's the way he is because of how he's been raised by his mom and dad. The fact that they wanted to keep him here with us, you know, meant a great deal to us, but then that just reinforced the fact that absolutely we're going to support them and help in any way we can.
This school, this community, Coach Brown, and some of the leaders here really stood behind us. That alone has just left a mark in our hearts, you know, forever.
It was a lasting off-the-field impact that only adds to Faison's impressive career on the field. He's seeking to get a third ring with the Whirlies this season, and then he's headed to the SEC as he's committed to the Tennessee Volunteers. In the long term, he wants to continue to be a difference maker and represent Greensboro in the National Football League.
My ultimate dream is to go to the NFL and play in the NFL. It'll mean a lot, but I also want to be like a superstar in the NFL and not just go there and just kind of be like average, but, you know, it'd be like a dream come true.
It would just seem just like yesterday, he was starting to play football here at Grimsley, and now the end of this season, he'll be signed to go off to play at the University of Tennessee, you know, so it's taking us all by whirlwind, but we are so very proud and excited for his future.
At the end of the day, I'm just a happy father, like just to see where he started and, you know, where he's headed.
He's the most talented, best football player that I've ever coached, and he's playing the hardest position that there is to play in all sports, the quarterback position. But you take all that out of it, and he's a breath of fresh air.
Playing Favorites is back again this season. It's when we learn a little more about the sports stars of tomorrow, and today's question is, who is your favorite athlete?
Favorite athlete right now?